Therapy Real Talk Podcast on YouTube Live. Let's go. Look, we here today because yesterday was I had a late meeting and I couldn't get on, but I always promise to follow up. You know what I'm saying? So Wednesday is kind of hey, any day is good. That let's talk about it. You feel me? So this is Anthony London with Mindset Therapy. Here at Mindset Therapy, we help men, women, and children believe in themselves again. We offer 7 simple strategies to developing a positive mindset, and we stand on that. So let's go. Uh, right now it is 7 o'clock. So we gonna get it in. We gonna talk about what we need to talk about, bro. And we gonna get in and get out. You know what I'm saying? I love the feedback. I love I love the conjunction. You know what I'm saying? Any questions? Anything you want to say? Say it. We talk about it. No problem. Let's go. Uh, I know the big topic, man, and I don't too much. I try to stay away from certain things, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Not to say, I'm scared to talk about certain things, cause I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm an OG, and I ain't scared to really touch them. But I do feel like certain things shouldn't get my energy. You know, certain things ain't worthy of my energy. So I would rather, talk about something that's fruitful and something that's sustainable than to deal with the foolishness. I mean, if you can understand where I'm coming from, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I love this. You know, I love doing this, man. I found something I can do. I can wake up and do it and don't worry about two pennies to rub together. You know what I'm saying? But we all know that money is up there with air and water, and we all need it. So I do got to get my grind on. You feel me? But at the same time, anytime in between time, I can get in and get my podcasts in. I'm gonna do it and try to stay current. Uh, as you can see, if checked out my channel, you can see I've been working for a long time, you know what I'm saying, for a minute or two. And I'm all right with that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody really don't know the accolades, everybody don't know, you know, where I stand at in this podcasting world. And I just feel like, I'm one of those who that's gravitating to the rotations to grow. You feel me? Because you can grow every day. Man, April has been a tremendous month. You know what I'm saying? April is one of those months. You know what I'm saying? I celebrate my late oldest nephew uh, birthday, uh, April 27th. You know what I'm saying? Every year he have one come true here. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's not here with us, he is in spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And I do. I should miss him a lot. You know what I'm saying? Not just me, but our family do. But through me and through my loved ones, we're gonna continue to keep them living through us and represent them much as possible. You feel me? But April is the NFL draft month. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff was going on. You know, man. We gonna talk about it, man. But I want to get all what I need to get out. April 2025 has came and gone. Um, Hopefully you learned something in this month of April. You will never see April again until next year. April is gone. You know, uh, we pray and we hope that we be here next April. And understanding that the way things work, the way of the world, man, we can truly look forward to, if you believe in what I believe in, you believe in, one thing. Your path is set, and if you holding on to what you should be holding on, Yeah, I'll be here next year. But how do you want to be here next year? Do you want to be better or do you want to be in the place? I tend to always look at it like, man, April 2026, man, I'm gonna be 10 times better than I am today. Hopefully, I'm 10 times better than I was last April. You feel me? So I know it works like that. But let's get to the meat and potatoes, man. I know y'all saw they laid Kyron Lace to rest from what I can see and what I can gather. My inside hand, it was a beautiful event. It was beautiful and sad, because such a tremendous talent, a tremendous young man was lost, and I know he had his dark moments, but that can't never dim the light he shared with us on this earth, man, while he was here. Just that little time of darkness he was in was in nothing compared to how he lived his life and the respect and the love he gathered from his teammates, coaches, and friends and loved ones. You know what I'm saying? So, we gonna stand on the goodness of what's going on, with my man Kyron Lacey, bro. We gonna keep his family in our prayers, man. His little brother, his mother, his father, and the rest of his siblings. You know what I'm saying? But the young man lived a tremendous life, man, while he was here. We all wish we could have seen him at the next level. We all feel like he was cheated. I know I feel like he was cheated because I know where I know where he was. I know what he was in. I've been there before. I've been there several times. But it's something how God works and how he do what he do. You know what I'm saying? Because if anybody would have thought someone deserved to make it through and pull through, it would have been two. You know what I'm saying? It would have been Mr. Lacy. You know what I'm saying? But God had his own reasons for everything. So we're gonna hold on to the memories that young man left here, and he was such a tremendous talent, man. You can watch his tape over and over and over again. You'll always get the same energy. You'll always get the same angelic personality, man. And we're gonna miss that. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this: the young men that's in the NFL that had a chance, that was blessed enough to play on his side with him, y'all go hard for him. This NFL season should be draped with number two stamps, stickers, paintings, two on your cleats, two under your eye, two on your back, two on your head, man. Every time you touch, you're supposed to be doing it too. You feel me? Every time you touch that end zone, give one finger up to the young man, bro, because you was blessed to play with him while he was here. You was blessed to share a field with him. You was blessed to understand who he was inside that locker room. Let's not allow the media to paint a picture of a person we really know. And we know he was in this ugly, demented creature, monster they try to make him out to be. Nah, he just wasn't that. So y'all keep the Lacey family in prayers and don't allow in his debt. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is don't allow uh the funeral be the funeral is the last thing you hear you say about Kyron Lacey. You know what I'm saying? Allow him to live on. Allow him to uh spread his wings from his spiritual standpoint and help those who may be going through things. Some players, some students may go through what Kyron went through, and let's use his story to uplift and strengthen our youth and our young people of the day. Now, back to the lab. What y'all think about this NFL draft, man? How do y'all feel about the Saints not drafting Shedeur Sanders? Not just the Saints. They had a lot of teams that needed a quarterback that passed up on this kid. Now I didn't heard many stories. I done heard all kind of things about, man, his character, his this and that, and all that. Man, you got to think about it. This kid been playing football since he was knee high to grade top. These stories you never heard. You know, disrespectful. You never heard him doing this. You never heard him doing that. All of a sudden now, when it's time to take the step into the next level, and they didn't crucify the kid on the strength of something that he couldn't control. Because I do know it was about his father. It wasn't. I don't think it was. He haven't been living long enough for someone to build up that kind of hate for him. They hate the last name. They hate the person that the persona that his father brought. They hate the father the father bear that he is. They don't like the fathers that stand in the gap for their kids. Now I'm gonna make y'all remember something, and I want y'all to understand this, and I want you to think back, and I want you to really recognize what I'm saying. The Sanders family ain't the first family they done that to. That was people of our magnitude. Remember the Ball family. They smoked them in the media too. Alonzo Ball, Senior, Junior, all the brothers, they didn't give those kids a chance. They crucified them every chance they got. They burned them just because their father had a protection over them, and their father would not let them speak without him being there, because he knew if he allowed those monsters to get at those young tender minds, that is a chance they will slip up and they will crack and they will do something that young people will do, go off. And some things you might can regret. You know what I'm saying? So he protected his sons on that notion, and he stayed with them. You couldn't talk to the Ball brothers unless their father was there. And if you did, it was problems. If you talked to one of those Ball brothers, bro, that man was going ham behind them boys. But that's a father. That's a father that know the league. He know the industry. He know the method that the media use. So he protected his sons. Ain't no different the same way as Deion done. Deion probably done it in a little different way, but that's Deion didn't just stop at his sons. Deion done it to every player that came in his vicinity, that he poured into like one of his own kids. You know, a lot of those young men that went play for Deion, but they didn't have no father figure in their life. They come from single parent homes, and Deion played a pivotal role in their life as being a dominant male role model and figure. So yeah, this thing with the draft is a debacle. Is straight up nasty. It left a bad look on the NFL. It did. It truly did, brothers and sisters. It did. I never I don't understand. But look, again, I will say, out of all the black billionaires they have, you don't have no, and it's not a black or white thing with me. I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't care about. I never looked at race. You know, look at me. Look at me. Race is not my thing. It's how you treat individuals. It's wrong or right. It's not black and white with me. It's wrong or right with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think we got a lot of things to fix as a race. Yeah, I do. But I do believe that uh, we got to hold ourselves accountable for a lot of things. But this right here was a debacle. This was uncalled for. But that let you know that, by us not having a seat at the table. And when I say a seat at the table, we have no minority owners. We have no black owners. We have no uh, owners in the owners meetings. When you give those owner meetings, and it don't look like us in there. It don't. And the owners spoke. All those owners spoke, and they blackballed that kid. They blackballed that kid all the way into almost the last round. What he went fifth round, 144. I mean, top of the second round at best, because the need of the quarterback. But he was, other than Cam Ward, he was the next best quarterback on the board. And him and Cam Ward, you can put them right next to each other, and we could have a debate on who have the best mechanics, who drove the best deep ball, who drove the kid was amazing under pressure. And you got to think about it. Cam Ward had an offensive line, both teams he played for, because he transferred. Yes, he transferred, but you got to think about it. Cam Ward was not even rated. He wasn't even a two-star quarterback coming out of high school. He was undermined and underlooked. He wasn't even looked at. And to come out to do what he done is nothing next to amazing. Cam Ward's supposed to go number one. He was supposed to go number one. But the next quarterback took off the board was supposed to be Shedeur Sanders. Point blank, period. And that's facts. That's facts, yo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from a football standpoint, I don't care what you say. Oh, this, oh that. Man, this kid was the most accurate quarterback under pressure without an offensive line. Now, when his offensive line went in the draft, I don't think when none of his linemen went in the draft. Now they might go as a undrafted rookie, free agent, walk on, but none of them left in the draft. None of them was on the big board. So that just lets you know what kind of situation he was in under that center at not this. Well, Jackson State, I think he had a little better line because it's a different level of play at Jackson State. But when he got to Colorado, he had no offensive line at all, especially his first year there. He took a beating. And they talking about, oh, he arrogant. Oh, you got to think this still a kid. You want a kid to be perfect at everything. They're children. I don't care who his dad is. I don't care. They're going to do children things. They're going to say things children say. They're going to have fun. They're going to be goofy. They're going to do children things. That's what's wrong with this society. They're trying to make our children adults before they're ready to be adults. They're children. Yeah, I know they're big. I know they're fast. I know they're cunning. I know they're swift at what they do. I know you're going to leave, but they're still children. They're still playing the game that they played when they was 4, 5 years old. The only difference now is the stakes are higher. The stakes are higher. That's it. That's the only thing that's different. The stakes are higher. And I truly believe that this was an attack, man. You know what I'm saying? And and I don't play the race card, man. I don't do that, bro, because I think every man, every woman is responsible for their choices and the decisions they make. That's simple and plain. But I would say you've seen it in this situation. And you'll be a fool not to just realize that. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. It's a sad thing. You know what I'm saying? Because if the shoe was on the other foot, man, it wouldn't have been like that. It wouldn't even been close to that, bro. Because I done saw kids way worse than Sanders. I mean, and went to jail and everything in college. And still went first round, second round, at the least. And I don't got to say no name. I don't got to call no name. They've been talking about them all over ESPN, everywhere. We know who they are. I ain't into name throwing and doing that, but we know if you watch sports, if you a sports fanatic, you know, you see what it is. And there ain't no debate, man. Regardless of how character defects, man, character defects. This kid went to every practice, showed up at every meeting. Oh, he had headphones in. How you know the people ain't asking to put the headphones in? How you can't just you can't? Oh, he had the earbuds in. I'm just saying for every interview, I seen one interview where I feel like he put his foot in his mouth, but I feel like he was speaking from being a young person that's young and just not fluent on what he's saying. That's it. Other than that, he was very respectful in every interview I saw him. I mean, well, I witnessed him go to. Even in the face of losing, even when the kid pranked his phone. Now let's see what's gonna happen with this. Now this was a coach's kid that called his phone and pranked it. They was trying to sweep that under the rug. No, they wasn't even about to try to talk about that. He even handled that with grace. He didn't, but man, come on, man. So come on, let's keep it real. Let that would have happened to the average person. Man, that was a hurtful thing, man. You thinking this the Saints calling you, boy? Man, it's about to go down, man. They calling me. I'm ready to come play. Man, they gonna tell me I gotta wait a little longer. Wait, huh? What that mean? You thinking this somebody from the Saints organization? How do these kids get these personal numbers, man? So for one thing, this the dumbest thing, and they kids too who done it. That's how it was so obvious. It was someone connected kid, and it was a coach kid. He was able to get these telephone numbers, these personal lines to these kids. And Shedeur wasn't the only kid they pranked. Any discipline gonna be had behind that? His head's gonna roll behind that? It was a coach's kid. Would a coach get disciplined for leaving sensitive material out for his kid to get it? Because you know all those coaches, all those assistant coaches had to have direct numbers to these draft picks. And this kid went and found the list and got all their numbers off there. And Shedeur was the first one they banged up. Man, that's crazy. Who would play? That's a dirty, man. That's a hurtful thing, man. Now Shedeur could have made a big deal out of that, you know, and just went all, man. He just won't play, bro. And look, let me tell you something. I'm a diehard Saints fan but I do know the history. I'm not blind and I'm not crazy. And that was it didn't make no sense for them to do what they done, you know, at 9 in the first round. And we need a quarterback. And you pass up a quarterback and get a player you could have got in the second or third round that still would have been on the big board. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then you didn't pass him up once, you passed him up twice for boo boo. And no knock to the kids they drafted. Hey, but come on, man. Look at the comparison, man. You want to win? If you want to win, you're gonna pick the best player, right? I don't know, man. You know, I don't know, bro. That wasn't a good look from a team, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I know what it is. I know what it is with the Saints, man. I know what it is about the management. I know what it is. You know, the city. You know, born and raised there, lived there all my life. I fought the system all my life. I've been fighting all my life. I had to fight every parish, Jefferson, Orleans. But you know, we know what it is, man. But the silver lining in this thing is, and I don't really think it's a silver lining, bro, because they still can play games with him, bro. They gonna have him coming in as the third or fourth quarterback, and who keeps 4 quarterbacks. So I truly believe he can beat out everybody on that roster in the quarterback room. Yeah, hands down, he can. But are they gonna will they put him in the situation to be successful in that? Did they draft him just to trade him? See, we got a lot more to see. We had a lot more to see. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear what other people got to say. I want to analyze what they're saying, what they think, how they feel. You know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy, bro, to say that this happened in 2025. It happened in 2025. So you got to know, man, hey, man, you got to keep your head on a swivel. You got to stay prayed up. You got to, man. And if that family wasn't a praying family, and my punkadunks, they're a praying family. And they ain't ashamed about loving their God. They ain't ashamed about it. They let it be known. Jesus Christ is the head of their life, and that's what it is. Yeah. That's what's making it possible for them to overcome this situation, bro. Because, man, this is a terrible thing, man. Even for a father, man, you can crucify me, hang me to the cross. Leave my babies out of it, man. Leave my babies alone. I'll take the lick. Leave my kids out of it. Let my kids live. Let them play. And we talking about Shedeur, but Shiloh ain't getting no love either. And Shiloh was one of the best cornerbacks in college football his senior year. Look at his numbers. Women lie, numbers don't lie. So look at the hand he got dealt. I think that was smart with Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay got a good safety. Yeah, that's what he plays safety. I think corner safety. But he's a dog. He's gonna come up and tackle. He's physical. Not his coverage game. I haven't. That's why I say he might be a safety, because he can close in. He like a ball hawk. You know what I'm saying? He ain't his daddy, but he him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't his pop, but he him. Shiloh can play. He can play from that safety position. He gonna come down. He gonna come down and line you up too. He gonna wrap up and he gonna make the tackle straight up. And as a football coach, that's all I wanted the kid to do. Come up, square up, keep your head up, shoulder square, pop, make the tackle. I don't want to see the crown of your helmet. If I see the crown of your helmet, I'm taking you out the game. I'm taking you out the practice. I'm going to let you sit down and I'm going to let you think about what you've done. I'm not putting you back in that game for you to hurt yourself. You're not a missile. You don't launch at players. You square up, head up, line up your tackle, wrap up, and make the tackle, son. We're not using our head. The helmet is for to protect the head, not to use it as a weapon. That'll be look, bro. Man, some of these NFL defenses I be seeing, like, they don't do no tackling drills. These be almost adults that I have 5 and 6 year olds wrapping up better than these. They trying to tackle with no arms. So you hoping that you have enough power to knock this 215-pound running back down without wrapping him up, just hitting him and thinking he gonna fall? Why you think he do crunches and do all his workouts? Man, he ready for that like a bowling ball. He just gonna bounce off you and hit the cut. That's why we got to wrap up. I'm a defensive-minded coach. When I coached off the defensive side. The defensive line will tell you which way your game is going to go. If your defensive line is having a beautiful game, they containing, they staying in their gaps, they holding it down, we gonna have a good game. Because guess what? If the defensive line is staying in the gaps and doing their job, our linebackers don't have to be overworked. But if our offense, if our defensive line are not staying in their gaps, or getting undisciplined, trying to do all this, or getting out of their gap, Now that's making our corners and our linebackers come up. So we got to break it down to the nucleus. We got to get down to the basics. We're going to go through the fundamentals. I don't care who you play for and where you play at. We're going to fundamental this thing. We're going to be fundamental. We're going to be a fundamentally sound football team. Discipline. You do your job. You do your job. You do your job. You do your job. What is your job? Stay in the gap, coach. Get upfield, coach. What's your job? Stay in my gap, coach. Don't let him push me out my gap. Get upfield, coach. I can take kids that ain't never played football before and teach them the game. And you're swear to God, they're seasoned vets. They just listen. They listen. They listen. But we got to have coaches that demonstrate. Because some even when you go to the next level, you know, some players are not they not they can, you could tell them, but they're not gonna get it. They got to see it. They got to see you do it. So if you're not demonstrating exactly how you want him to sustain this zone, however you want him to do it, and you're not properly showing him, but you're sitting there telling him, you're not gonna never get it right. Well, you might have some people that are verbal that can take what you say and. But it's very little people that's I mean, you know, that could take what you're saying and just put it on the field. Now, all right, I hear what you're saying, coach. Let me see how you do that. Show me how you do that. Oh, that's how you do it. All right. Boom, boom. Don't reinvent the wheel. When you reinvent the wheel, that's when things go haywire. So we got to bring the proper tackling back to the game of football, man. Straight up. They're not tackling, man. They're not squaring up. They're not keeping their head up. They having a crunch. If I see this, man, you're not being in my game, man. You got to come out, bro. Something ain't right, man. I'm going to see you at practice Monday, bro. You got to go ahead and sit down. Help the water kid out, man. Because you don't got no business in my game going to all these different camps and you still trying to tackle with your eyes to the ground. I'm not about to be explaining to no parent why their baby ain't moving on that ground, man. No, we're not doing that. We safety first. Period, man. Period. And if you can't get that, man, we got a problem. We got a problem. But yeah, man, it's Mindset Therapy Real Talk Podcast, man. I think y'all, bro. I would say, you know, this Tuesday, but it's Wednesday. So, you know, I'm kind of out of my element, but I'm in my element because I'm doing what I love to do, man. You know, this is what I love to do is good, man. Check out the channel, man. Not just check out the channel. Go to, man, Amazon, man. I got the book, man. Go get the book. Go check out the book, man. Beating the Game. 7 Steps to Developing a Positive Mindset, man. You can't beat that, love. You can't beat it. Go get it, man. It's like the daily strength. I go through this daily and yeah, and give me that flavor, give me that you know, even if I'm feeling mushy, you know what I'm saying? I go through it and I read it because you know the mindset is very, very, very important, man. The mindset is everything, man. What you think about that's what you are. If you think you can't do it, you ain't gonna do it. But if you think you can do it and you know without a shadow of a doubt that you can complete this task, it's gonna happen. Regardless of how and when. This ain't no race, it's a marathon. That's why they be saying, damn, well, you been doing that for a long time, but you got a lot of stuff. My G, it's not a race, it's a marathon. Now some people got it done faster. Hey, salute them. I love that, man. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn what you've done to get, you know what I'm saying? But man, I'm in a marathon, man. I don't care how fast it took the next man to do it. I'm not them. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna critique my craft every time I get a chance, and I'm gonna grind. I don't make no money doing this, so I got to hustle. I got to go to work. I got to do my job, but still I got to find some time to get my content in. And it's love. It's all good. I'm not crying, man. Hey, bro, this, man, because my thing is, you never know who you will help, man. One person might see one of these videos. It might be a video for a couple years now. They might see it and it might save their life, and or it might give them the formula to start to change their life. I'm all right with that, man. As long as they can get that, man, I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't, the streets ain't, I know what the streets is. The streets ain't what it, nah, man. Nah, man. Ain't no gangster big as Jesus, man. Ain't no gangster out there. What you do, who you talk to, man, none of that. All that, man, that's nothing. Been there, done that. I'm all right, man. Today, tonight, right now, in my life, is about change. And look, it's no knock to those who are not rocking like that. It's all right. I still got love for you, still I holler at you, but I'm moving different. You know what I'm saying? And if you about that move, if you about that mindset therapy, we gonna rock. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, man, look, you gonna, man, they got somewhere for you. You know, I've been there and done that, man. I'm not built to go be locked up in nobody's jail, man. I've been out here too long, man. 20-something years, man. I'm blessed. God is good, man. 6 surgeries, 16 blood transfusions, man. 4 months and 3 days in the hospital. I see you at that. I'm blessed, man. Gunshot wound could have took me out, man. I done lost a lot, man. Brother, both of my nephews, my best friend, both of my kids, godparents, godfathers, out of there. And that's what the murder game. This natural causes. I lost my mom, my grandmother, my nanny, 2 of my partners. You know what I'm saying? Close. And while I was doing that book, man, I lost almost like 9 people back to back. Doing that book, man. I thought that book was the no, I was about to stop doing that, man. Look, I had a solid woman in my life that was, sometimes I didn't want to hear it, but it was right. That supporting cast, man, that's important, man. You got to have people that have love for you, man. Not for what you can do for them, but have love for you. Not what you bring to the table, but have love for you. That celebrate you, that genuinely love you. They're going to back you. Even when you're not in the vicinity, they're going to stand 10 toes down on you. You feel me? They're going to hold you down spiritually, because it's a spiritual warfare. We need prayer warriors. We don't need, listen, man, that don't work these days, man. Everybody tell you they love you. Everybody tell you, oh, brother, oh, my sister, my brother, man. They this new generation, they use that so loosely, man. Back in the days, if I told you I love you, it was serious. We collab though. If I told you my brother, man, you my real brother. Might not be by blood, but you my brother, blood. So that's how it's going. I'm rocking. No second guessing. I'm sure. Look, we'll deal with that when we deal with that situation. Come and go to jail. Man, look, I got the right to remain silent. Anything I say will be held against me in the court of law. I want my attorney. Straight up, I want my attorney. I ain't telling you, I don't know. I want my attorney. Talk to him. Don't talk to me. I can't read. I can't write. I'm dumb. I can't understand. I'm hooked on finding. If they do that, man, I said, brothers would be in a better situation. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not going to understand nothing. This Mindset Therapy Real Talk Podcast, man. Thank y'all for joining me, man. It's the last podcast of April. I pray that everyone have critiqued themselves for the spiritual warfare. I hope everybody got their goals in line. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what I'm talking about, man, get your goal board, man. Get your dream board. Put some pictures. Make a list of things. Your short-term goals you're trying to do and reach them, man. You know what I'm saying? It starts with the man in the mirror. Action in the changes ways. Say, but thank y'all for joining me, man. I know it's kind of off brand, man. Whoever was on, I appreciate y'all, man, for stepping on by. Thank y'all for joining me, man. Thank y'all for support, man. Remember, man, like, share, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Mindset Therapy, Real Talk Podcast, man. Holla at your boy, man. Subscribe to the channel, like, share, man. It don't take nothing. It's free. You can do that for free. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just blessing one, bless one. Because if you bless me, I'm going to bless somebody else. Real talk. Man, thank y'all, man, for all the podcasters that's keeping it real, that's keeping good content out there, man. Blessings. Blessings to you and your family, man. Y'all keep it real, man. Y'all go check out Think Twice podcast, man, on Wednesdays, on Mondays and Thursdays. Man, check out I know for sure on Mondays. You feel me? Check out Think Twice podcast, man. Y'all got to check them twins out there. They talking about it, man. No Rap Cap podcast. I know y'all see that is on and popping. Y'all check them brothers out. They getting it done, man. Don't sleep on them. They be having mad content. You know what I'm saying? Good content. Y'all check them out again, man. Go to Amazon, grab a book, Beating the Game, man. 7 steps to developing a positive mindset. I'm standing on that, man. This is Mindset Therapy. Here at Mindset Therapy, we help men, women, and children believe in themselves again. We offer 7 simple strategies to developing a positive mindset, and we stand on that. Stamp. Let's go. See y'all next month. Oh, that's tomorrow. Peace.